Hey guys, how you doing? It's happy St. Patrick's Day. I just now realized I am not wearing anything green, but I'm Irish, so I'm just gonna count that. Um, how's everyone doing? Big stuff going on in the world. Hope your quarantining's not going too terribly. That you already haven't gotten cabin fever, but I know different parts of the world. I don't know, it's different everywhere. But yeah, so I wanted to put out this little update video, a couple more promotions that I got going for you guys, because as far as I know, a lot of the people who I know who were doing short films are still doing them. So I'm gonna go ahead and mention them like they're happening, um, because if they are, they need all the help they can get. So going right into the first one, we have Honey, which is written and directed by Chloe Williams. And I actually was able to read the rough draft of this script and super excited about it. Really, I mean, because it's I don't think there's a whole lot of fantasy, sci-fi or fantasy short films that come out of especially students films, and so that was really, they're usually coming of age or slice of life or dramas, and so this is a really cool turn because it's a fantasy about a witch, um, and her plant that she talks to, and she is going to make this potion to try to make one of her delivery guys of all her other potions lighten up a little bit, and it's a really cool like tone. I love it. Think like Bewitched and Sabrina the Teenage Witch, all that kind of stuff. And it's got a really, I don't know, just interesting feel to it. Something different that like I said, I haven't really seen in a whole lot of student films, so I'm really excited about that one. So if that interests you, if you want to see a fantasy done by a student, donate to that one. Again, all of the links are going to be in the description below. And of course, this isn't going to be edited. Sorry about that. For obvious reasons, I'm not really leaving the house that much, but you get all of it now. Yay. Next up, we have Simi. I believe it's pronounced Simi. It is written and directed by Ayo Tunde Sanya. And let's see. There's a lot of names here, so just bear with me. Um, it is co-produced by two people, Cameron Martin and Devin. I'm so sorry. My writing is so terrible. I think it's Devin Githar Pipkin. Got it. And the director of photography is John McNerney. Very funny guy. And the editor is Tony Harrison Jr. And I don't really know a whole lot about this one. I did look on the GoFundMe or I think it was Indiegogo, to see what at least the premise is, and I'm really interested. It's weird to say excited because it's about escaping an abusive family. It's a daughter and a mother trying to plan an escape from the husband slash father, and so I don't want to say I'm excited for it because that sounds weird, but I'm really looking forward to how it's done, how it's portrayed. I haven't gotten to talk to Io about it at all, about how she's planning on how the story unravels or how she's planning on directing it. But I'm very intrigued because it's a big topic that needs to be discussed. So that's one of those big topic ones that if that's something that really gets at you, donate to that, because we can, like I said, we can only tell these stories if we have the means and the opportunities to, and some of these things need to be out there, and students sometimes are looked at as, okay, well, you don't have great films. Maybe they just didn't have the means to do it, but we have these ideas that I think really need to be told, and we have really good perspectives on them. So definitely donate to that one, if that's something that really you're attached to, that kind of the concept. Up next, we have episode 2, written and directed by Zach Ruchkin. And I got the pleasure of reading 3 drafts of this, actually. So I got to see how it progressed and the little changes and everything. And I think it's come a long way. I'm really, really looking forward to this one as well. Again, another one that I can't really say I'm excited about because it's kind of more of a drama and it's a little sadder, but definitely looking forward to it. And I'm excited to see what Zach does with it because I've only never ever known him as an actor, and so I'm excited to see how he directs this. This is gonna be really cool. Um, so yeah, it's basically about the main character who they don't really have a gender for the main character yet, but whoever it is, they're struggling with bipolar, um, you know, and they have trouble with taking their medication. They're trying to get off of it. They feel better when they're off of it, and it's that struggle of I don't know, it's the struggle of whether to take it or not, and it's the struggle of having to deal with that every day and how it makes you feel, how you act around your friends, how it affects that. So all that put together, and especially also how it affects with your family as well. So all of it kind of tied in, and there's some really great visuals in the script, really great things that I'm so looking forward to seeing on the screen. It's also executive produced by David Linthicum and produced by Mark Dev. I'm sorry, My handwriting is just Mark DiValerio. Okay, I wanted to make sure I pronounced it right. And it's being DP'd by Abjit Tor, edited by Devon Johnson, and the sound mixing is going to be done by Isabel Mackert. And so yeah, episode 2. If that strikes you, if that's something that you're that hits close to home, donate to it. Help make it be portrayed accurately and really well done. Next up, we have Odd Girl Out by Carter Mason. And it's basically, from what I saw, I don't know a whole lot about it again, but I looked on the donation page, and it's basically sort of an indie story about two people. One of them's falling in love, one of them's falling out of love. So, it's probably something that's going to hit home for a lot of people, in many ways. I mean, whether it's, about just relationship, or it's about the struggles of being in that place, someone else not being in that place, or if you're on the flip side and you've actually struggled more with whether or not to be in a relationship, things like that. And being an indie, it's something. I've noticed indie movies focus really on character and emotions, which it's sad to say that other movies like Hollywood movies don't. But this one I think is going to be really good in delving into those, because I know Carter and she's very good at getting into the emotions of a character. She's done a lot of acting too, so that's another reason that I think it's going to be great. And I know Carter. She didn't write it. She's DPing, but she's been talking a lot about it, and I think that influence visually will come around. It's actually written and directed by Amanda Abel, and it's also produced by Bella Killian Sears, and edited by Natalie Pelaez. I feel really weird reading this off of a page because it feels like I don't know them that well, the people or the stories, but it's just a lot at once, and I don't want to make any mistakes. And coming around to that, I did make a mistake last time, which is why I really want to get these right. Even if it, looks kind of weird having it on a note, I want to make sure that everybody gets their credit, and that the stories are, the plots, the subplots that I tell, the synopsis is right and everything. But I did make a mistake last time because there were so many names at once. I said that The American Nightmare was produced by Yul Page. Yul is producing another one, I believe it was Summer, that I'm going to be helping on. And he's also doing his own directed study, so I was kind of getting it all mixed up. But American Nightmare, the one that Kayla is writing and directing, KD Christopher, is actually being produced by Jason Brown. So I want to get that credit in there. Jason is producing this movie. So go donate to it. And last but not least, we have actually not a movie. This is probably the first promotion that's for something else, but a great friend of mine, Dijon McIntyre, has written 2 books, amongst many other things that he's currently writing, screenplays and scripts and all other stuff. But he's written 2 books that feels very passionate about, and it comes through. If you don't already know about them, they're on Amazon. Of course, I don't think that Amazon is, as of today, selling anything other than really necessary like items. But once it comes back up, you can get it on Amazon, either one of them, for like $4, I think. If it's electronic, and then $9, $10 if it's in like a paperback. I have to check on that. But they're called the Emancipations. Now, the first one is the Emancipation of Deborah James, and the second one is the Emancipation Dion's Baptism. They're basically following, they're like autobiography, or not autobiography, but like biography of the author Dijon's grandmother, and the first one at least. And it's kind of about how she struggled with racism and being abused by so many men in relationships, and the struggles that she went through and all of that, and the terrible things she had to endure, early deaths in the family, things like that. And they just kept coming. But it kind of, there's 2 different things. One shows the faith that she had through all of it, and the hope that she continued to have, that not many people would have. Not many people would continue to have that. They would just lose all faith. Faith in people, faith in God, in the situation, in hoping that something else is going to come, and every little blessing. It's nice to have a book and a movie that really, because I think he's going to make it into a movie at some point, but really focuses on the small things, the blessings, Yeah, and then it also kind of foreshadows some of why maybe some older people are a little cranky, or the way that they are, because a lot of them may have just gone through a lot of bad stuff, and now that was their life, So it really teaches patience too, and we see that in the second one, because it talks about the grandson, and named Dion, who is going through his own struggles of sexuality and dealing with this grandmother, dealing with other family members, and a dad who is long lost, left him. So a lot of more, I don't want to say relatable, but it's a lot of things that people now are struggling with, like teens, especially because he's a teenage the main character is a teenager. So it depends. Both of them are very different, but they work really well together. The first one is a lot slower. It's a lot more contemplative and reflective. The second one's a lot quicker. It's got a lot more of like arcs, and a lot more. I don't say twists, but twists. And the fun thing was, I was able to edit both of them, and so I got to see like all the in depth of the stories, and they have so much heart in them, and the writing is so for the characters, and there's a little bit of a difference in both of them that you might pick up on. The first one is written more as a book. The second one is written sort of more as like a screenplay, but not in the movie, and not with like action and stuff like that. It's written a lot faster. So it depends on which one you like. If you like the slower one, or if you like the the reflective, or the faster one, the one that has a lot more beats to it. But again, they both deal with super big issues. The author's really passionate about them, and it shows. So if any of those issues or any of those plot points hit home for you, check out these books. And if they don't, check out these books, because, like I said, they're really good reads. And I was really excited to be able to edit them. And actually, I think they're going to be, at some point, they're going to be mentioned in an article in a newspaper, as well as Dijon, the author, wants to make it into, at least the first one, or at least both of them, into like a movie with 2 parts. and we were shooting. I was helping him shoot a trailer for kind of not so much the movie just yet, but just promoting the book until he gets the funds for the movie. So yeah, definitely check those books out. Any proceeds that he gets from you buying it will definitely go towards the film. So if you like the books, then you can see the movie once it's made. Yeah, so that is all of the ones. There were two other people who I know are doing films, but I don't know really any information about it, and I don't really have like a donation page for it to put down in the description. I'm just gonna mention them. So if somehow you know them, talk to them about it and donate to their thing and help them out. But Tristan Markham, I don't know the title of his film, but I just know that he's doing one, and he's an amazing person. So that's all you need to know. And Mark Neal, who is doing Open Bracket, and the title for that makes me very nervous as a person who's a perfectionist, because it literally is an open bracket. There's only the one. It's great design. Love it. Just, I just want to... No, but again, I don't know exactly what it's about. I've just seen it around. But he's great too. So if you know him, donate to the film if you can get in touch with him. Yeah, so that is all of them. I believe I got to everybody that I could. And if I think of any others or find out that anybody else is doing some films, I will let you know. But unfortunately, we kind of seem to be in a slump at the moment, especially freelancers. Now, I'm not entirely a freelancer. I do a lot of set work and everything, but I have a part-time job. But a lot of the freelancers, actually all of them pretty much, are out of work now for at least the next 2 weeks. So support your artist friends. I'm serious. It's hard out there. From what I've experienced, and I haven't experienced probably 10% of what some of my friends have. But it's hard. So support your artist friends, help them out, in any way that you can. For the people who say, well, then just get a job, we're following our dreams out here. It's hard, but that's what one of my professors said that one of his professors said this, and it's very true. If you're going into a major or a profession with arts, I can promise you nothing but pain. But the pain will be greater if you don't do it. And that's true. Because then you feel like you don't have a purpose. So that's why we're doing it. And if you say get another job, then the arts, you don't have to do the arts, then I challenge you to stop watching TV and stop looking at posters and stop listening to music and reading books and watching movies. It's everywhere. So support your artist friends. They need help all the time, even if they don't say it. But yeah, so everybody just stay healthy. I think I want to do, because everybody's shut in, I think I want to do a movie watch. Like a not a review, but like a literal live watching of a movie and reactions and everything. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I think I might want to do it sometime by the end of the week. So let me know if you have any suggestions for that. I think I want to do something fun, something that would be fun to react to, not like Schindler's List. That'd be a little bit of a downer. 3.5 hours of me crying. Yeah, but just stay healthy, guys. Stay safe. Be smart. We'll get through this. I know it sucks right now, but just be with your loved ones. And wash your hands. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. And as always, keep your hopes high, very high now. Your stress very low if you can. And movies right in the middle. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe. And happy St. Patrick's Day.